Episode 70, number 70. Face Your Fears, what's up? So we didn't watch Jackass Friday.
Oh, you've seen it?
We watched the new Jackass.
How was it?
It's fucking good. It's kind of, so it made me want to go back and watch the original ones, or not the original ones, but the previous ones, I guess. Jackass, they have Jackass 2, Jackass 2.5, Jackass 3, and Jackass 3.5. Maybe want to go back and watch all of them, but it was almost like the stunts they did were like, we're too old to be hurting ourselves. Let's just do some dumb shit. Like, they did a bunch of stuff with their dicks. Lots of insect bite type stuff. There wasn't any, like, there was a couple like catapulting themselves, but not as much as like they did in the original ones. Have you seen the original? I keep saying original, but like,
I don't know. I've seen some parts of it. I don't know if I've seen the whole ones.
You've probably seen clips and shit. But
remember.
So they 20 years ago they made the first ones, and then 10 years later they made like Jackass 3 or something like that. And now 10 years later, so 20 years from the original airings or whatever, the original movies, they're making these, and they're trying to. They say it multiple times, or like it's a passing of the torch. They've got new people in it.
Oh, okay.
A couple new guys. Eric Andre's in it a little bit. I don't know if he's like one of the new people they're trying to get, but he's in it a little bit. And then Jasper from Tyler the Creator's group of dudes. Tyler the Creator's in it too, but Jasper's like one of the like new Jackass dudes. Okay. So they're trying to get them in a little bit doing the stunts. It was good overall. I thought it was. I was like watching, and it was like the whole time I was like remembering watching the old ones and shit, and it was very nostalgic. But I really just don't think it's going to be the same without, you know, that. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass. Like,
there was no Bam Margera in it.
Well, okay. See, that's another thing. There was one scene, one clip that he was in, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you because. Controversy with Bam, he was like a bunch of them were drug addicts, hardcore, and almost dead through the airings of the first couple movies and shit.
Bam still is though, right?
Yeah, Bam still is. Steve-O was one that he talked about in the movie a little bit too. He was like, he said, even when I wanted to die, like I wouldn't do this certain stunt they were talking about. He's like, I wanted to die, man, and I wouldn't get in the cage with that bull. So like, they were like drugs, hardcore, bad. Bam, Steve-O, a couple of the other dudes. Little tribute to Ryan Dunn, who died in a car crash, oddly enough, instead of doing one of the stunts. But yeah, Bam, they said, wasn't going to be allowed in the show because in the previous ones, he would always show up drunk, high, out of his mind, you know, all over the place.
Seems like a reasonable state of mind to be in if you're about to hurt yourself on
Right,
purpose.
you're about to stand in front of a bull coming at you, so you might be a little high or a little drunk. I think he was like falling over and shit though. But there was one scene that he was in, and I was looking for him through the movie because I had read about it before, and he was in it. But they didn't put the camera on him or anything. Didn't show him after or nothing like that. And I tried to look in the credits and see if they put his name in it, but I didn't see it. He's still fucked up, dude. He won't go to rehab. They told him, they're like, if you'll go to rehab, we'll let you be in the movie. We'll give you he kept talking about in the interview he was doing. He got like $5 million like base for each movie they did. He was like, they won't give me my $5 million. They want me to go to rehab to get it and shit like that. Wouldn't do it, I guess. Maybe they filmed that one a long time before they decided he was going to be out. But sucks for him. Bad deal for him. But honestly, thinking back through all of the movies and stuff, he was always like one of the more pansy, which I would have been too. But
yeah, I don't blame him at all.
He was one of the more like pansy. He was a bitch about a lot of the stunts they did. I wouldn't have done any of them.
Yeah, how can you blame him?
But it sucks because it would have been cool to see him in it because he was like one of the it was like literally him and Knoxville were the two OG dudes. Sucks, but it was good. It was good overall. I'd really recommend you go see it just to support the boys. It's not coming out anywhere. It'll come out a movie, but it's not going to be on like Netflix or anything like that. It's exclusively in theaters.
I like some of the stunts that they do. I think some of it's cool, but the ones where they just like fucking just like have somebody punch him right in the nuts. Like, I can't handle that. It's too much for me.
Literally, one of the stunts was Francis Ngannou punching dude in the dick.
See, that's just too much. That's too much.
No, but they made like a fucking like a series out of it, I guess, of this dude getting hit in the nuts. His name's Aaron. They Danger Aaron, the dude from there. I don't know if you remember or not, but he started the first. It's like a cup test, and they went through a series of cup tests. One of them was Francis Ngannou punching him in the balls. Another one, they had a professional hockey player hit a hockey puck at him, hit him in the dick.
You know,
he was wearing a metal cup with that one, but it dented the cup a little bit.
I was going to say, yeah, those fucking hockey pucks.
They showed the cup.
They weigh like a pound.
Dude.
They're fucking hard
and
come
like
fast.
He's standing there as a goalie, and he's wearing all the stuff, like he's covered and everything, and he's got the cup on. The inside of his thighs right there are exposed because you can't get the pads far enough in right there, and he's not a professional goalie, so they don't know how to close it up. He's not supposed to because he's trying to get hit in the dick.
Trying to, yeah.
But if it would have clipped his like inside of his thigh, that hockey puck, bro, it'd been terrible.
Yeah, that would have fucked him up bad.
Professional softball player was one of the. They're hitting him in the dick with a softball is one of the next ones. Those hit him a couple times in the thigh because he turns on it before it gets to him.
How could you not?
Well, the next day, this is the final one they do. He's getting ready to get hit in the nuts again, and you can see the welts from the softballs and shit. They pogo stick onto his balls.
Okay, see that? I can't handle that.
Well, he started bleeding after that.
That makes me queasy just thinking about it.
The underside of his nutsack popped open.
Yeah,
that's like not completely open, but there was like blood coming out.
Yeah, that's fucked.
The pogo stick came down and pinned his sack to the ground, and it just stood there for a second before it jumped back up. Pierced a little bit of the sack on that one, but Jackass Forever, man, they're doing it. They don't give a fuck at this point. Knoxville had to go to the hospital in the movie. One of the scenes is him going to the hospital, and then he gets wheeled back out in his fucking chair. He's got a broken arm, broken rib, 50-something years old. They don't give a shit, dude, and I'm glad they don't, because I love it. I loved it. All the new recruits, too, I guess I'm calling them new recruits, they all had the symbol, the skull, and the crutches. They all had it tattooed somewhere on their body, too, which I thought was kind of cool. Stupid and cool. But definitely go watch it if you get the chance. I had movie tickets that I'd had from years ago, so I got them like 2 Christmases ago.
You just now using them?
Yeah, just now using them. So it was cool too. I hadn't been to the movies in a couple years. So speaking of movies though, my coworker was talking to him about some movies here pretty recently. Shout out Preston. Shout out Preston.
Is that an inside joke?
No. Shout out Preston. Pew, 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 pew. I was looking for a sound to play, and that's all I had. But we were talking about movies, and he told me he watched Talladega Nights and Step Brothers for the first time a couple weeks ago.
So this dude's uncultured.
Well, unfortunately, I think he's like 22, or maybe he's 21. He's a couple years younger than I am too.
Do you think maybe he just missed the cutoff? Like, do you think maybe Step Brothers came out when we were like 13 and he was 10, so he didn't watch it?
I was trying to think about it. I was like, how old would he have been whenever I was watching them for the first time?
Yeah, because I don't know. Those movies came out a long time ago.
Could you imagine going back and being able to watch them for the first time?
No.
Could you imagine being able to sit here and watch Talladega Nights for the first time?
No.
That would be amazing. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about going through like all the movies and shit like that are iconic like that. Being able to watch them for the first time. Step Brothers for the first time. Get to watch them at the very end perform that song. Dude, I would shit bricks everywhere again. I still do shit bricks watching them, but
yeah, they're awesome.
So fucking funny. I watched Talladega Nights. As I brought it up, I quoted the movie at work, and I said something about the Ballad of Ricky Bobby or some shit like that, and he's like, yeah, I just watched it the other day. I was like, you watched it for the first time the other day? I was like, I've seen it probably 9,000 times.
Yeah. And
I would watch it 9,000 more.
And yeah, Will.
Dude, and I watched the other guys just a minute ago.
I don't really know what to do with my hands.
He stabs himself in the fucking...
Chew Big Redder, fuck you.
Dude, it's amazing. He's like, that's all I'll do.
Don't you stab yourself, Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, don't you put that voodoo on me.
Help me, baby Jesus!
Dude,
Help me, Tom Cruise!
He's running.
I'm on fire!
He's like, and dude, the fucking
What a movie!
his best friend moves into his house with his wife, and he comes home. He's like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "You're living in my house, man. You can't be living. What are you doing, dude?"
He pasted his face over the family pictures.
He's like, "We're still gonna be best friends, though, right?" Like,
No!
man, you're living in my house, man. You got my kids. I love it, dude. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. That used to be my ringtone. I used to have that as a ringtone on my phone. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey. Oh my god, it's iconic. It's amazing.
Yeah, those movies are awesome.
We're gonna have to watch them here pretty soon.
We're about to start making animal noises.
It's just gonna get wild. Everybody turn away. Everybody stop looking. We're in the middle of fucking like Applebee's or some
Let's
shit.
just keep going until we finish the whole movie.
Let's just go through the whole movie. I think I had some other shit about it. Oh yeah. I also want to talk about how you couldn't make those movies today either, because in Talladega Nights, you remember when that's another fucking thing, dude. Sacha Baron Cohen, whatever the fuck your name is, bro. He's in that movie, and he's so fucking funny in it. Like whenever I recently watched it, I laughed more at him than I have in a long fucking time. And there's one part where he walks in the bar and he's like playing the music
right before he breaks his arm.
Right before he breaks his arm, and Ricky Bobby says something about how like he's like uncomfortable. He's like, there's a gayness in here or something. Dude, if he did that today, Will Ferrell would be so canceled out of this world. But he said that, and I just fucking died laughing. It's just funny. It's hilarious.
Nobody cared in 2008.
Nobody
It
cares.
was funny to make fun of gay people with them.
It was. I mean, it's still pretty silly. But it's like you couldn't do it today. Step Brothers, you might be able to do a little. You might be able to get away with that a little bit more. I was thinking about Step Brothers too. My favorite part in that movie is when they're in the car and they're singing, bro. You remember that?
The family,
They're singing "Sweet
Will
Child of
Ferrell's
Mine."
brother.
Yeah, they're singing, bro. That shit is hilarious. She's like singing. She's like real soft and like terrible at it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna take over. He's like, my name is Derek and I can sing high like this. Dude, it's great.
His wife brings what's the other guy's name? Not Will Ferrell, the other guy. What's his fucking name? I can't remember his name. But anyway, that
John
guy.
C. Reilly.
John Riley. Okay, so
Yep.
whenever his wife is in the bathroom with John Riley, she's like, I just want to roll you up in a ball, put you in my pussy. She hikes her leg and fucking pisses in the urine.
Right before she goes, she's like, I just want you to carry around whenever I feel a little scratch down there. I just know it's you. Just scratching around in my vagina. He's like, he looks at her like, what? Yeah, and then she hikes her fucking leg up, fucking shakes it off and walks out.
Those are some crazy movies.
It's great, dude. They're great movies. You can't make movies like that. They haven't made movies like that. You can't do it. You can't do it.
We need more people like that, like John Riley and Will Ferrell, and like Seth Rogen and all of his friends, and like we need more groups of people like that.
Yep.
To make funny ass movies.
There's like you got Will Ferrell and those dudes, John C. Reilly and whatever. You got Adam Sandler and all his friends.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler and his crew of dudes that make movies all the time. Those are great movies too. That like it's sad because like it's all past their time. Like they're not going to be making movies and shit like they used to.
And like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, like
Yes.
Wedding Crashers and those type of
Yes,
movies. Those
dude.
are fucking awesome. Mom, where's the meatloaf? Will Ferrell's in that movie too. Will Ferrell's in Wedding Crashers.
Is he really?
Yeah. He plays a character, like a side character. His name's Chaz.
Oh yes.
Chaz, he picks up the girl at a funeral.
Yes.
He's like, I'm going to a funeral, bro. You gotta come with me. I'll pick up chicks there.
Dude. And Will Ferrell, he has like random cameos too in movies that he'll be like in it for like half a scene and then he'll say one word and then he'll be gone. I can't think of an actor that is going to be able to fill their shoes in this day and age currently. Like nobody I can think of is funny like that.
Well, it's because all the funny people, they don't care about making movies anymore. It's all about being funny in like 60 seconds. They're making
Yeah,
TikToks
you're right.
and shit.
Everybody's making clips.
Yeah.
Everybody makes clips. Which,
So it's different.
it's hard to fund a movie too, I would assume. You probably can't just...
Oh yeah, definitely. You'd probably need a fuck ton of money.
There'll
To
be...
shoot a movie like Talladega Nights, you probably need like 200 million.
Yeah, I'm sure. And Step Brothers too, some shit like that. I think, I'm talking about Will Ferrell. Under the Radar, one of his better movies that haven't seen in a long fucking time and that nobody ever talks about is Land of the Lost. You ever seen that?
I don't know if I ever.
It's him and Danny McBride. You know Danny McBride? I fucking love Danny McBride. He's so funny. I feel like he's underrated as well. Not that Will Ferrell's underrated, but the movie is underrated. Land of the Lost. Danny McBride's hilarious, dude. And the movie came out around the time Talladega Nights and Step Brothers and shit like that did. It's been 10 or so years. He's an archaeologist, and he is going looking for, I don't remember what the fuck he's looking for. Maybe he's just digging for shit. But he falls into this time warp or whatever. Him, Danny McBride, and this chick that he's hot for. You know, she's pretty hot too. But they get sent back to prehistoric times. Land of the Lost. They're lost in this land. And this is where he meets, it's this like monkey dude. I'm trying to remember his name. Chaka. Dude, it's fucking him and Chaka. Yeah, I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't,
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Dylan hadn't seen it. He's just sitting there like, what the fuck is this guy
Yeah, I
talking
have no
about?
idea.
Go watch Land of the Lost. You'll have to watch it at some point. Probably not watch it tonight, but you need to watch Land of the Lost. Will Ferrell in general, watch every single one of his movies. But Land of the Lost is one that you need to watch if you haven't seen. Definitely a slept on movie.
Slept on movie. Yeah.
Slept on movie. All right. The porn awards.
Oh, dude.
What do we got?
You want to hear about the porn, bro?
So what is this for? What is the
So what they
purpose?
did was like, I don't know what exactly who did it. Like it was Pornhub or whatever, like one of the sites.
I don't know what
But
that is. What is that?
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I can't tell. It's okay. Yeah, it's the Pornhub 2021 year in review. So it's like what Spotify does with your music, but for porn. So, dude, I've got 8 screenshots of different stuff because it's fucking. It's
Is there like
fucking
a
awesome.
list one that you can?
So okay. So by country, ebony is the #1 category in the U.S.
Really?
And hentai is also a big #1. Like in South America and in Asia, hentai is the #1.
Let's do that.
And actually, well, not all of Asia, but okay. So hentai in Russia actually, and in China,
What?
China's #1 category, Japanese. That's
They
weird.
see enough of each other all the time.
I thought that was
I
interesting.
want to look at somebody else.
Okay, so searches that define 2021, hentai became the #1 search on Pornhub, and it passed Japanese worldwide and lesbian in the U.S. So I guess Japanese before this was the #1 searched.
Now
which
it's
is-
hentai.
Now it's hentai.
Aren't those kind of the same thing? Or is it like Japanese people?
Hentai is like
It's cartoon porn, right?
Hentai is like anime sex.
Yeah, but aren't they like Japanese?
No,
pretty
Japanese means like Japanese girls.
Oh, I thought it meant like made in Japan or some shit like that.
Romance has the popularity of romance and romantic searches has more than doubled in the last year.
Wonder why people are at home all the time,
I have a feeling that it's because
fantasizing more.
more women are watching porn. It has to be, right? Guys don't watch passionate.
A third
A third of women in the U.S. watch porn, so somebody's lying.
A third of people that watch porn in the U.S. are women.
Yeah, a third are women. So how? Somebody's got to be fucking lying. Has to be.
Well, how many women do you ask that watch porn though? How many times do you go around and ask a woman if they watch porn?
Definitely not super often, but I feel like whenever the topic of porn comes up around girls, they're all like, I get that look.
It's almost like a given. Like a dude watches porn. Like you don't even ask. You're like porn.
Yeah, like you know
It's not even like a question whether or not a guy watches
You see
porn.
a guy, there's a 99% chance they've watched the porn video at some point.
But that I think would speak more to our sex drive. Also, our sex drives probably not all the time, but most of the time it's higher than women.
Definitely had testosterone. Definitely has something to do with it.
It's crazy though. 33% of porn watchers in America are
Okay,
women.
so here's by the generation. So we are. What generation are we? Oh, okay, we're Gen Z, I guess, because we're 18 and 24. So our top search is lesbian. Second is hentai. Third is anal. Fourth is MILF. And then cosplay, feet, transgender. This is the only Gen Z is the only one that has transgender on the list.
We're just trying to be inclusive.
Yeah. And then cartoon. And then they have one for boomers. And the boomers' number one search is hand job. Who the fuck searches hand job? That's 55 and up. Those fuckers, they're looking at hand. Why?
Might as well just look in the fucking mirror when you jack off or something. Save some internet.
Why are they looking at hand jobs?
That's old people.